Dr. Ji, you are on mute, please.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sabhayai Namaha. Can you see me and hear me okay?
Yes.
And can you see the slides, please?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. And Meenakshi ji?
Yeah.
Can you chant this verse, please?
Yeah. मरीचिर्दमनोहंसः सुपर्णो भुजगोत्तमः हिरण्यनाभः सुतपः पद्मनाभः प्रजापतिः अमृत्युः सर्वदृक्सिंहः
Thank you.
सन्धाता.
Just one, just this verse. So we'll go over this and then we'll go to the next verse. So Marichir Damano Hamsa Suparno Bhujagottamaha Hiranyanabhasutapaha Padmanabha Prajapatihi. Last session, I thought last 5 verses I rushed as we were getting closer to the hour. So I'll just briefly go over these 5 verses. And if this clicks, we'll ask Meenakshi ji to chant each verse before I go to the next slide. Marichihi damanaha hamsaha suparnaha bhujagottamaha. Suparnaha. Parna means wings. The one who has got great wings. And that's none other than Garuda. Garuda. So Garuda. And then Suparna, 2 wings. What are these 2 wings? One wing is our own human effort. And the other wing is divine effect. It is like the 2 great wheels of the chariot. With the one wheel, the chariot cannot move, except in the circus, on the rope. And with one wing, no bird can fly. So the great bird, Vainateya, Vinatasuta, Vainateyascha Pakshinam, as one of the vibhutis we see in the 10th chapter. Then Bhujagottamaha, Bhujaga Uttamaha. Bhujaga means the one which goes forward by the propelling moment of bhujas, or the shoulder part of it. So there are no feet for the snake. So the one who goes with them forward with the bhujaga. Ga means going, and bhuja means the propelling force of the shoulders, the front part of the snake. So uttamaha, the best of the snakes. And what are they? As we see in the 10th chapter, Anantaschasmi naganam sarpanam asmi vasukihi. Ananta, the one who bears the weight of the earth. So it is symbolic representation of that cosmic force who bears or who upholds the Mother Earth. Dharani Dharaha. Dharani Dharaha. So Vasuki. Vasuki is a serpent who was used as a rope to churn the mountain to bring out the nectar. So Vasuki is our great vasanas. Great vasanas. Then Prajapatihi. Prajapatihi, the Pati means Lord. Lord of all those who are born. Prajapati. Prajapati is another name for Brahma also. And then there are great Prajapatis who were born out of Brahmaji as Manasaputras. So Prajapati. And we see this in the 11th chapter, when Arjuna praises Lord Krishna, Vayuryamogner Varunasya Shankaha Prajapatisthvam Prapitamahascha. You are Prajapati and you are Prapita Brahmaji. Sahayajna Praja Sristva Purovacha Prajapatihi. So Brahmaji, having created us along with Yajna, and he said, so you be symbiotic and mutually coexist. And Sutapa, the one who is of excellent austerity. Vishnu, as Narayana, Nara and Narayana, they did this great penance in Badri. So Badri Narayana. But tapas, we have seen the three kinds of tapas in the 17th chapter. 17th chapter. Shariraka tapas, Vachika tapas, and Manasika tapas. So the physical, the vocal, and the mental. And what is a physical tapas? As said in the 17th chapter, Deva Dvijaguru Prajna Pujanam Shaucham Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa cha Sariram Tapa Uchyate. Respecting the elders, the gods, the Pitru Devatas, and the gurus, the teachers, and being clean and clear, both externally and internally, Shaucham, and the straightforwardness, Arjavam, Trikarana Shuddhi, Brahmacharyam. Brahmacharyam, one is celibacy, the other meaning is Brahmani Charati, the one who is not separated from Brahman in his or her thoughts. Ahimsa, ahimsa again, physical, vocal, mental non-violence. So this is called Shariraka tapas. Then what is Vachaka tapas? Vangmayam tapas. Anudvegakaram vakyam. That speech which does not perturb the others and which does not disturb oneself. When we speak, sometimes we agitate others and we are agitated within. So that doesn't happen when this great speech, Anudvegakaram vakyam, Satyam, the truth, Priyam and Hitam, that which is said in such a way that it doesn't hurt. Swadhyayabhyasanam, Swadhyaya, the self-study, and study about the self. Then Abhyasanam, practice. This is called Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate. Then what is Manasika tapas? Manaprasada Saumyatvam, that tranquility of the mind. Maunam, silence. Atma Vinigraha, so having control over oneself. Bhava Samshuddhi, very clean, and the clarity and the purity in the thought. So that is called Manasika tapas. So Sutapa, the one who has these practices is also Vishnu. So it is one of the greatest names of the Vishnu, Sutapa. Next one, Tapaschasmi Tapasvishu. That's what Lord Krishna says in Vibhuti Yoga. Meenakshi ji?
Yeah. Amrityu sarvadriksimha sandhata sandhiman sthirah ajo durmarshana shasta vishritatma surariha.
Amrityuhu Sarvadrik Simhaha. Then Sandhata Sandhiman Sthiraha Ajaha Durmarshanaha Shasta Vishrutatma Surariha. So we'll take a few names in this verse. Again, I'm selectively taking some and then selectively leaving some in the interest of time. And Amrityuho, Yasya Mrityuho Nasti. That which has no death. Najayate mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyah ajo nitya sasvatoyam purano nahanyate hanyamane sharire. This body may perish, but the self shall not, will not, because it is neither born nor dead. So, najayate, mriyate va kadachit. And having born, it exists. That's not the case with it. Then it is Nitya, it has always been there. Shashvata, it is permanently there. Purana, it is so ancient. So even if this body perishes, Atma doesn't. So Amrityuho. In Simha, we have seen this Mruganam cha Mrugendroham. Mruganam cha Mrugendroham. Simha has been described in Narasimha Swami in our Vedas, and we have seen as that first name Narasimha Vapushriman. Until then, the great qualities and the great leelas have been mentioned. The first form we have seen in Vishnu Sahasrama as Narasimha Vapuhu. Sthiraha. Sthira is the one who is stable. So sthita prajna, sthira buddhi, sthira matihi, sthiram asanam. So that sthira, ahara also. So all these are mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. The next verse is Gurur Gurutamo Dham.
धाम सत्य सत्य पराक्रमः निमिषो निमिषस्रग्वी वाचस्पतिरुदारधीः.
Gurur Gurutamaha, Guruhu Gurutamaha, Dhama, and then Vachaspati. So we will see this. So Guru is mentioned just now, as we have seen in the 17th chapter, respecting Gurus. And of course, Arjuna says, Guru nahatva hi mahanubhavan shreyo bhoktum bhakshamahi. Okay. So he says, I cannot disrespect my gurus who are on the opposite side. But in 11th chapter, he calls Vishnu as Guru. What does Guru mean? Gukaraha, Andhakaraha, Rukaraha, Tan Nirodhakaha. Andhakara, darkness. And what is a darkness? Our ignorance is a darkness. And Ru means the light. What is light? The light of knowledge. The one who removes the darkness, that is ignorance, with the light, that's the knowledge. So that one is called Guru. And he is the ultimate Guru. Pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pujyascha gururgariyan natvat samodhyapyadikakutonyaha lokatrayepya pratima prabhava. So the 43rd verse in the 11th chapter. So Arjuna Stava. So you are Pujya, the one who is worship worthy. And you are Guru, and you are Gariyan, the greater one. So Guru. Then Vachaspati, the master of the words, And Bruhaspati is also called Vachaspati. Pardon me. So there are great characters. Rama is a Vachaspati. Vangmi, Vagvedam Varaha. Hanuman is Vachaspati. Krishna is Vachaspati. Bruhaspati is Vachaspati. So Purodha Samcha Mukhyam Mam Vidhi Partha Bruhaspatim as one of the Vibhutis in the 10th chapter. Dhama is abode, the abode ultimate. Arjuna in the 10th and 11th chapter, he praises Lord Krishna as you are the ultimate abode. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. Then you are the knower and you are the one to be known. Vetasi Vedyam cha Param cha Dhama, the abode ultimate for all of us. Then Krishna himself says, I am that Dhama, the abode, which is beyond the sun, moon, and the fire. Na tad bhasayate suryo, na shashanko, na pavakaha, yadgatva na nivattante, tad dhama paramam mama, in the 15th chapter. So Dhama, abode. Parandhama, the abode ultimate. The 24th verse.
अग्रणी ग्रामणी श्रीमान् न्यायो नेता समीरणः सहस्रमूर्धा विश्वात्मा सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात्.
Sahasramurdha, Vishwatma, Sahasrakshaha, Sahasrapat. Vishwatma in Vishwarupa Sandarshana, Sahasra Baho. He Sahasra Baho, Arjuna addresses. Aneka Vaktra Nayanam, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, Aneka, not one, many. Vaktra, face. Nayanam, eyes. Adbhuta Darshanam, Aneka Bahu, Daravaktra Netram. Bahu, arms. Udara, the stomachs, bellies, and then Vaktra Netram. Aneka Bahu, Daravaktra Netram. So, as what? As you, me, and everyone and every being. So our eyes are his eyes, our ears are his ears. So he is the eye of the eyes, he is the ear of the ears. So his eyes are everywhere. His feet are everywhere. His arms are everywhere. Sarvata panipadam tatta sarvatokshi shiro mukham sarvata shruti loke sarvam avrutya tisthati. That Vishwatma has his pani, the hands, padam, the feet, akshi, the eyes, shiras, the head, mukham, the vadanam, the face, and then shruti is ears. So sarvam avritya tishtati. Sahasraksha sahasrapat. Sahasramurdha Vishwatma. So sarvata pani padam tat. Sarvatoksha shiro mukham. Sarvata shruti manloke. Sarvam avritya tishtati. Next one.
Avartano nivritatma samvritah sampramardanah ahat samvartako vanhir anilo dharanidharah.
So vanhi means Agni. Anilaha means the one who does not stay. Nila means standing at one place. The one who does not stay at one place is called Anila. So that is Vayu. So Vayoriva Sudushkaram. So Chanchalammi Manak Krishna Pramadhi Balavadhrudam Tasyaham Nigraham Manye Vayoriva Sudushkaram. So Arjuna says that this mind is so wavering, so moving like the wind. My mind, how can I contain? It is so difficult. So Vayu. Anila, the same word is used in Vayuryamognirvarunashasankaha bhumirapo nalo vayuhu khammano buddhirevacha. So the 5 Panchamahabhutas, Bhumi, earth, Apaha, waters, Anala means Agni. Yasya alam nasti. Fire never says enough when you pour oblations. So Vayuhu, Kham is Akasha. So these Panchabhutas are mentioned in the 7th chapter. In this Dharani Dharaha. So Dharani onwards, Bhumi, the grossest. Next grossest is Apaha, waters. Next grosser one is fire, which has got the form. The next is Vayu. Vayu is not that gross because there is no form for Vayu. You can only feel. Then Kham, Akasha. You cannot even feel Akasha. You can only hear the sound. So that these 5 are held by another force, and that is Apareya Mitastvanyam Prakritim Vidhi Me Param Jeva Bhutam Mahabaho Yayedam Dharyate Jagat, by which Dharani and all others are upheld. And what are those? Ashtavidha Prakriti. These Panchamahabhutas, Ahankara, and Buddhi and Manas. So Panchamahabhutas, then Manas, Buddhi and Ahankara. So this is Ashtavidha Prakriti, which is held by Para Prakriti, Dharani Dharaha. So 26th. Meenakshi or
Prasada prasannatma vishwadrig vishwavibhu satkarta satkrita sadur janhur narayano naraha.
in this we see Suprasadaha Prasannatma Vishwadrikka Vishwabhukka Vibhuhu Satkarta Satkritaha Sadhuhu Jannuhu Narayanaha. So Naraha. So Narayana and Naraha. Nara. So we have seen Nara and Narayana is Arjuna and Krishna. And this Jivatma, you and me, the Nara, the one who has got the life. And Narayana, Nara means not only all these living beings, the abode of these living beings, Nara. Nara means knowledge also. So the one who is the abode of all knowledge and the one who is abode of all beings. So we are the Jivatma of that Paramatma. So Amsha Mamayva Amsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhutas Sanatanaha. So that is Nara and Narayana. Then we see this Vibhu. Vibhu, where do we see? Krishna himself saying in the 5th chapter, Na datte kasya chit papam, na chaiva sukrutam vibhuhu, ajnanena avrutam jnanam, tena muhyanti jantavaha. So he's impartial. He doesn't take someone's sukha or dukkha. He is karma phaladata. He is visheshena bhavati, who is beyond this mundane things, and vividham bhavati, who is in the form of so many vibhutis. Then karta, satkarta, the one who does great things. And how? The simple things in a great way, not great things, simple things in a great way. How? Mukta sangaha, anaham vadi, dhruti utsaha samanvitaha, siddhi asiddhyo, nirvikaraha karta satvika uchyate. Satvika karta. Who is that satvika karta? The satvik doer? Mukta sangaha, the one who is detached. But at the same time, dhruti utsaha samanvitaha, engaged fully with full involvement. So engaged detachment, as Swami Bodhananda says, engaged detachment. Mukta sangaha, dhruti utsaha samanvitaha, anaham vadi. So naham karta, daivam karta. So that he puts in full effort, and then depends. Everything else depends on the divine effect when you put in the full human effort. Then when the results, if they do not go your way, because the results can be anishtam, ishtam, mishram cha, you may not like, you may like, or it may be mixed. So siddhya siddhyo, nirvikaraha, the one who is unperturbed by the result because he put in his effort and he did his job well. So that is called satkarta. Satkarta. Sadhu, sadhu is the one who is great, simple, saint, and the one who is loved by all and who loves all. That is sadhu. Who is loved by all and who loves all. Apiche suduracharo bhajate mama nanyabhaka. Forget about your past. Forget about what you have done in the previous time. But once you turn 180 degrees, now you are called sadhu. Sadhu reva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha. 27th verse.
I didn't read. Can I read, please?
Please. Next one.
Sankyo prameyaatma visishtashtकृच्छुचिः सिद्धार्थः सिद्धसङ्कल्पः सिद्धिदः सिद्धिसाधनः.
Excellent. Thank you. Asankheyaha. So Sankhya is number, one number. Asankheya, innumerable forms. Aneka Vakranayanam, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam. Aprameya, meya means measure. Meya means measure. Prameya, the one who can specifically, specially, accurately measure. Aprameya, the one who cannot be measured. Aprameyatma. So Arjuna says Aprameya in 11th chapter, and here Lord Krishna in the 2nd chapter, 18th verse talks about this Atma as Antavanta ime deha nitya sokta sharirinaha anasino prameyasya tasmat yudhyasva bharata. Knowing what is ephemeral and what is eternal, keeping that eternal in mind, which is anashinaha yasya nashaha nasti. Antavanta ime deha. These dehas are antavantaha, perishable. But that Atma is aprameya anashinaha. Then Shuchi, Siddhartha, Siddhisadhana. Oh, let's see this. Vishishta Shishta Krish Shuchihi. Shuchi is the one who is clear in his thought or in her thought, and in his or her speech, and in his or her act. So that Trikarana Shuddhi is called Shuchi. Then Artha Siddhi, Artha Shuchi is called Shuchi. What you earn genuinely, what you earn, Nyaya Baddha earnings, and then you live with those earnings, that's called, he is called or she is called Shuchi. Then Siddhartha. Siddhartha is the one who is accomplished. Siddhartha. Artha was Siddha. Artha means what is to be accomplished. Goal. Siddha, already attained. So attained the goal or accomplished. Then Siddha Sankalpa, the one who is just a beginner. I'm just a seeker, sadhaka. So it's a Siddha Sankalpa. Then Sadhana, the practice itself. Practice. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha gruhyate. Abhyasa yoga. So this Abhyasa yoga is called sadhana. What we are all doing now. So all Sthita Prajna Lakshanas are not only about the accomplished, and also there are directions for sadhaka. And in Gita, you will see the combination of these, the combination of the sadhaka lakshanas, siddha lakshanas. So sadhaka is seeker. So the practices which are advised for sadhaka are there in Bhagavad Gita. And the practices which are perfected and practiced by siddha or sthita prajna is also there. So yogi, jnani, sthita prajna, and as we see in Trigunatita in the 14th chapter. In the 16th chapter, the one who has all the Daivi Sampad qualities. So these are all Yukta. So these are the Siddharthas, Sthita Prajnas. Then we also say in the 6th chapter, the two Arurukshaha Yogarudaha. Aruruksha is the one who is climbing up. Yogarudha is the one who is on top there already. Arurukshor muner yogam karmakarana muchyate yogarudhasya tasyaiva shamakarana muchyate. So Aruruksha for us, practice is a means, and for the one who has already been there, for him Shama is Mano Nigraha, to keep it going. Next one. Pramodini.
वृषाकी वृषभो विष्णुर्वृषपर्वा वृषोदरः वर्धनो वर्धमानश्च विविक्तश्रुतिसागरः.
Thank you. Pramodini ji, you also want to chant?
Yeah, it's okay. I will do from next one.
Vrishahi, Vrishabhaha, Vishnuhu. Vishnu, we have seen this. Vishnu, Vishati iti Vishnu. Vishati iti Vishnu. Vyapya sarvan iman lokan sthitaha sarvatra o Keshava. Tatascha Vishnu namasi Visherdhatoho praveshanat. O Keshava, you are called Vishnu because Iman Sarvan Lokan Vyapya Sthitaha. The one, you are the one who pervaded all this and are seated in this universe. Tataha, therefore, Vishnu Nama Asi, you are called Vishnu because you are all pervading. You are everywhere. Because Visha means enter, Praveshana. So Gruha Pravesha we see. So that from Vesha, Pravesha, from Vesha, Vishnu, the word has come. So Vishnu means the one who has entered. And then we have seen this in one of the sessions. How did he enter? Just like the spider, which enters the spider bee. Sorry, just like the spider web. So just like the spider enters the spider web. Where does the spider web come from? From the spider. Where does the spider live? In the web. And where does the web goes? It goes back to the spider. Tat sruštva tat eva anupravishat. Having created, he entered into it. Just like Urnanabhi, the spider. So we have seen this. Viviktaha. Vivikta, we'll see it in the next verse, I think. Yeah. So this great this great poem, Vishnu Sahasra Naama and Bhagavad Gita, Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram. So one may sound more like a ritual, Vishnu Sahasra Nama, just chanting. That is good enough. Sometimes you take Tylenol and aspirin. You don't have to know what is the strength and what is in it, salicylic acid or acetaminophen. You don't have to know that, the strength of it, but it still will have its effect. So that is the ritual. But if you know, then experience, that is a spiritual. So when you experience that, so here, these two, Bhagavad Gita and Vishnu Sahasranama, have to be read, have to be understood, have to be experienced, and then have to be practiced. So, Vinaro Bhagyamo Vishnu Katha, Venubalamidivo Vishnu Katha, Adi Nundi Sandhyadi Vidulalo, Adi Nundi Sandhyadi Vidulalo, Vedam Bainadi Vishnu Katha, Nadinche Nide Naradadulache, Vidi Vidulane Vishnu Katha. వదలక వేద వ్యాసులు నుడివిన విదిత పావనము విష్ణు కథ సదనం వైనది సంకీర్తనయై వెదికిన చోటనే విష్ణు కథ గొల్లెతలు చల్లగొనకుని చిలుకగా వెళ్ళి విరియాయ విష్ణు కథ ఇల్లిద శ్రీ వెంకటేశ్వరు నామము వెళ్ళి గొలిపెని విష్ణు కథ. Annamaya says, and the translation of this is, in the cosmic tale of Vishnu's grace, a ritual poem and prose, and a spiritual embrace. Narada and sages, their voices intertwined, singing through ages, this tale enshrined. Vyasa and masters, wisdom profound, expounding the lore with echoes resound. Gopis and Gopas in devotion, the essence they churned from Vishnu and Krishna, nectarine butter they earned. Oh, my friend, chant the enchanting hymn, Vishnu Sahasranama, the hymn of Vishnu, and the song of Krishna, God's song, Bhagavad Gita, the story of Vishnu and the glory of Krishna. And that's what we have been doing for the last 3 sessions, and we'll do some more. And Pramodinaji, you want to chant this, please?
I think it's the same, isn't it? We are going to the next one, or?
We'll go to the next one, but let's do this. Viviktaha, Viviktaha. Viviktaha is such a beautiful word. I think I did mention in one of the sessions. Swami Ranganathananda used to like this word very much. Viviktaha means aloneness, not loneliness. And we see this in the 13th chapter. Mahi chananya yogena bhaktiravyavicharini vivikta desha sevitvam aratirjana samsadi vivikta desha sevitvam. You have to spend a few minutes a day with your own friend. And who is that your own friend? Yourself. So when you spend time with yourself, then you'll be creative. But then if you send sadly with yourself, that creates a negativity. That's called loneliness. So, Vivikta Sevi Laghvashi Yatavakaya Manasaha Dhyana Yoga Paro Nityam Vairagyam Samupashritaha. It's difficult to say, but difficult to say and difficult to practice. But if we make an attempt, this becomes possible. So Vivikta Desha Sevitvam, few minutes a day. Then Laghvashi, eating light within limits, moderation. And then Dhyana Yoga Paraha. So that is the key for self-introspection and self-unfoldment and the progress. 29th verse.
Okay. Subhujo durdharo vagmi mahendro vasudo vasuhu naika rupo bruhadrupaha shipivishta prakashanaha.
Vagmi, Vachaspati. So we have just learned in the previous verse what is that greatness of the speech and how to inculcate that great speech. Again, if we take some role models, then we will try to follow them. So if you want to be a tennis player, obviously you take one of the best tennis players as your role models. And in the same way, these Vagmis, just now I said Rama, Hanuman, Krishna, Brihaspati, how well they are the masters of the speech. And that anudvegakaram vakyam, satyam, priyahitam cha yatta. So satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, na bruyat satyam apriyam. Priyam cha nanratam bruyat. Satyam bruyat, you say the truth. Priyam bruyat, in a nicer way, which is difficult for most of us, including me. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat. Na bruyat satyam apriyam. So don't say the truth in a harsh way. But at the same time, to please someone, don't tell a lie. So, priyam cha anrutam na bruyat. So that is how this is called Sanatana Dharma. Esha Dharma Sanatanaha. See, the values and the virtues which are taught in Sanatana Dharma is not related, not restricted to a religion, not religious. Then, Vasuhu. Vasu is one of the celestial gods. So there are 8 Vasus, Ashtavasus. So Vasunam Pavakas Chasmi. It is said that this Vasu is born as Bhishma Pitamaha. Then 30 and 31.
ओजस्तेजोद्युतिधरः प्रकाशात्मा प्रतापनः बुद्धस्पष्टाक्षरो मन्त्रः चन्द्रांशुर्भास्करद्युतिः अमृतांशुद्भवो भानु शशबिन्दुर्सुरेश्वरः औषधं जगतः सेतुः सत्यधर्मपराक्रमः.
Ojas and Tejas. Ojas is effulgence, which comes from the practice of these great virtues. And Tejas is the expression of that Ojas, luminosity. Dyuti, the light innate. Chandramshu, the moon rays. Bhaskara Dyuti, the splendor of sun god, So these are some of the practical, the witness right in front of you that you can witness, that these are the divine expressions of that ultimate divinity. And that ultimate divinity we call A, B, C, D, E. So A, Atman, B, Brahman, C, consciousness, D, divinity, E, energy, the primordial, F, the force. We say, no, may the force be with you. And then G, God. So you may call this with any names, and you may see this in many forms right in front of us as Surya Bhagavan's Shakti, this Makara Sankranti, as Chandra Bhagavan's the moon cool rays, and as the Prakasha, the light of these two, and Nakshatras, and the light and heat of the fire god. So I am that Ojas and I am that Tejas in all beings. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi surya yoh. I am that Prabha, the light in Shashi, the moon, and Surya, the sun god. And we have seen in the 15th chapter, I have repeated this couple of times, na tad bhasayate suryo, na shashanko, na pavakaha, yad gatva na nivattante, tadhama paramam mama. And becoming moon, with the moon rays, I shall help the Oshadhis and this Annam to grow. So, Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayamyaham Ojasa Pushnami Chaushadhi Sarvaha Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha. Next one. 32nd verse. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavannath Pavana Pavano Nalaha Kamaha Kamakritkanta Kama Kama Pradaprabhu. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavatnatha. Natha means Lord. Lord of Bhuta, the past. Bhavya, the present. Bhavat, the future. So, Lord says that I am the knower of all these three, the past, present, and future of the world and the beings. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. Veda, I know. Aham Veda, I know. Samatitani, what is gone. Vartamanani, what is going on, O Arjuna. Bhavishyani, what's coming on. So God's definition, as we have seen in one of the previous sessions, Utpattim pralayam chaiva, bhutanam agatim gatim, vetti vidyam avidyam cha savachyo bhagavaniti. Bhagavan Shabda, the one who knows Utpatti, pralaya of all the beings. So the birth and the death, the coming and going, and the ignorance and knowledge. I know this, O Arjuna, but no one really knows me. Then Analaha, we have seen this Anala. So Yasya Alam Nasti. So that is Pavana. Pavana Pavatamasmi Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu Analaha. Analaha Yasya Alam Nasti. That is fire god. So I am the fire. Then Balam. Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam. So that balam, the force, which is without selfish desire, without selfish motive. So that is kamaha, kama kritta, then kama. So kama is, he is the desire also. Kamaha, the one who kills the desire also, the selfish desire. Then how? Kama dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. I am that kama which is not against dharma. Then kamaha, the one who gives the hint how to control this kama. Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nasanam atmanaha kama krodhastatha lobha tasmadetattrayam tyajet. So this kama, when it becomes excessive, when it becomes uncontrollable, and then kama, which is against dharma, that is the gateway to the hell, along with two other gates, which is anger and the greed. 33rd verse.
युगादिकृद्युगा वर्तो नैकमायो महाशनः अदृश्यो व्यक्तरूपश्च सहस्रजितनन्तजित्.
Yugadi, the beginning of this yuga, the one who is the primordial. We have discussed this before, so I'll give that up now. Adrushyaha, the one who is not seen with the physical eye. Divyam dadami te chakshuhu. That's why I'll give you the divya chakshu. You cannot see with this physical eye. You need that spiritual eye. So you need that not manusha, manava eye, but that divya chakshu, jnana chakshu. With that, you can see the avyakta behind the vyakta, the unmanifest behind the manifest. Can you all mute, please? So the one who is vyakta means manifest. So avyakta means unmanifest. Avyakta is unmanifest. Avyakta advyakta yas sarvaha prabhavantyaha ragame in the 8th chapter. From that avyakta comes all vyaktas. How does it? So from that avyakta comes aka, mahattam. From that akasha. Akashat vayu. Vayor agni. Agner apaha. Adbhya prithvi. Prithvyam oshadaya. Oshadebhyo annam. Annat prajaha. Prajaha. Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajnat bhavati parjanyaha yajna karma samudbhavaha karma brahmodbhavam vidhi brahmakshara samudbhavam. So that akshara parabrahma is avyakta. From avyakta comes all this vyakta. So first the akasha. From akasha to vayu. From vayu to agni. Agni to waters, from waters to earth, from earth to oshadhis, from oshadhis to annam, from anna to prajas. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mama buddhayah. When that avyakta takes a lila manusha vigraha as Rama or Krishna, we think that they are ordinary human beings. But that avyakta has taken vyakta, an avatara for three things. What are they? Dharma samsthapanarthaya, that is one. Then Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge, to protect the good, to destroy the evil, and to re-establish firmly dharma. Then this avyakta word comes so many times in Bhagavad Gita. Avyaktokshara ityuktaha tamahu paramam gatim. That akshara, that avyakta is paramagati. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate. Tasmadevam viditvainam nanushochitum arhasi. So that is how this is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Avyakta is one of the Vishnu names. 34th verse.
Ishto vishishta shishteshtah shikhandi nahusho vrushaha krodha krodhakritkarta vishwabahur mahidharaha.
Ishtaha. Ishtaha, the one who is liked by everyone. Who is liked by everyone? The one who likes everyone is liked by everyone. So the one who likes everyone is liked by everyone. So Ishtaha. And in fact, Arjuna is addressed as Anagha, the one who is devoid of any innate defect, and the one who is liked by none other than Lord Krishna. So there are two registries maintained higher up there. One registry is for those who like him, and the other one who actually is liked by him. So in 12th chapter we see that Priya Bhakta is dear to him. And in 18th chapter, how people are dear to him. So Ishtaha, Ishtosi me dhrudhamiti, tato vakshyami te hitam. Because we are all liked by him, now we are here and his teachings are imparted onto us. So that is Ishtaha, Ishtaha. And he is liked by everyone. Then Krodhaha, like Kamaha, Krodhaha also. So we have just talked about the 16th chapter verse, the three gateways. Then when we can control our Kama and Krodha, while we are agile, while we can, while acting in the world, that one is called Yuktaha. The last verse here, Shaknoti haiva yasodham praksharira vimokshanat Kamakrodhodbhavam vegam sayuktasya sukhi naraha. That one who can control his excessive desire, selfish desire, and krodha, the anger, which are forcibly coming like a great flood. If you can control, you are called yukta, while you can, and while you are agile, while you are at work. 35th verse.
Achyuta pradhita pranaha pranado vasavanujaha apam nidhiradhishthanam apramattah pratishtitaha.
Achyuta, we have seen this Achyuta word so many times in the past, and also it comes at least 3 times. And in Bhagavad Gita, you see these 3 times. When Arjuna asks Krishna to park his chariot in the midst of 2 armies, Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Sthapaya Me Achyuta. And then we also see in between, in the 11th chapter, Achyuta word, where, oh Krishna, please pardon my all mistakes, so Sakheti Matva Prasabham Yaduktam, He Krishna, He Yadava, He Sakheti, Ajanata Mahimanam Tavedam, Maya Pramadat Pranayena Vapi, Yachavaha Sathama Satkrutosi, Vihara Shayasana Bhojaneshu, Eko Thavapyachyuta Tassamaksham, Takshamaye Tva Mahamapremeyam. And then at the end, Achyuta. Tvatprasadat maya achyuta, nashto moha smritir labdha, tvatprasadat maya achyuta. So Prathita, that Achyuta is so well established and so famous, as we see in the 15th chapter, because he's beyond Kshara and Akshara. Atosmi loke vede cha prathita purushottama. So I'm so famous as Purushottama because I am beyond this Kshara Purusha and Akshara Purusha. Pranadaha, the giver of life. The giver of life is Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam Vidhi Partha Sanatanam. 36th verse.
स्कन्दधरो धुर्यो वरदो वायुवाहनः वासुदेवो बृहद्भानुः आदिदेव पुरन्दरः.
Skanda. Skanda is Kumaraswami's name. So Skanda. So Skanda means the one who is born prematurely. The first known premature baby is Skanda, Kumaraswami. So Senanenam aham Skandaha, the tiny, mighty baby has become the commander-in-chief of the divine forces. So that is Skanda. So Senanenam aham Skandaha. Then Vasudeva. Vasudeva. Vasudeva is such a beautiful name. So Vasudeva. Vasanat. Vasanat. Sarva Bhuteshu. So the one who is residing in all beings. And all beings reside in him. Sarvani Bhutani Yasmin Vasanti. See the beauty of it? The one who resides in all beings and the one in whom all beings reside. So that is Vasudeva. Vasanat Vasudevasya Vasitam te Bhuvanatrayam Sarva Bhuta Nivasosi Vasudeva Namostute. So not only all the beings, all these Bhuvanas, not only three Bhuvanas, the Urdhva Lokas, the middle lokas and other lokas. So Chaturdasha Bhuvanas, the one who resides in these. And the one in whom all these reside is Vasudeva. Vasudeva. And where do we see Vasudeva in Bhagavad Gita? So many times. So many times we see. Sanjaya loves to call Krishna as Vasudeva. Ityaham Vasudevasya Parthasya cha Mahatmanaha Samvadamimam Ashrushav. This Samvada is heard. And Samvada between who? Vasudeva and Partha. Then Krishna himself says, Vrishninam Vasudevosmi, among all Vrishni Vamsha kings, I am Vasudeva. I'm among all Vrishnis, I am Vasudeva. Then this Vasudeva is such a great contemplating name. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. So that Mahatma thinks of me as Vasudeva, the one who resides in all and the one in whom all reside. But that Mahatma is very difficult to find, O Arjuna. 37th verse.
शोकस्तारणस्तारा शूरशौरिजनेश्वरः अनुकूलशतावर्तः पद्मी पद्मनिभेक्षणः.
Ashoka. Ashoka. Yasya shokaha nasti. So there is no shoka. That great experience, that great feeling, and that great personality to develop. So, and Arjuna is taught. In the form of Arjuna, all of us are taught, Natvam shochitum arhasi, Naivam shochitum arhasi, Nanu shochitum arhasi. Therefore, O Arjuna, please do not grieve. Do not grieve. Do not cry. Do not be unhappy. And do not be unhappy like this. And do not be unhappy moment after moment. So, Natvam shochitum arhasi, Naivam shochitum arhasi, Nanu shochitum arhasi. And we see this, the teachings, the beginning of the teachings, Ashochyananva shochastvam. Then the last one, ma shuchaha. In the middle again, mate vyadha. Then ma shuchas sampadam daivim. All of us are not sinners. We are the pure selves, pure selves. So it is Hakuna Matata. And as you see, if there is a problem, do you have a problem? No, then don't worry. If you have a problem, can you solve or can you do something about it? Yes, then go do about it and then not worry. No, you cannot do anything about it. Now it is such a cold day and then you can't move around. Then no, then why worry? So Hakuna Matata. Worry not, worry not. Be happy, be happy. Verse 38.
पद्मनाभोरविन्दाक्ष पद्मगर्भशरीरभृत् महर्धिरुद्धो वृद्धात्मा महाक्षो गरुडध्वजः.
Thank you. So Sharira Bhrit, the one who has taken the form of Sharira. Sharira. So this Deha. Sharira, Shiryate iti Sharira. The one which is destroyed is called Sharira. So Sharira Bhrit, a Deha Bhrit, Deha Bhrit. Adhibhutam ksharo bhavaha purushachadidhaivatam adhiyajñohame vatra dehe deha bhrutamvara. O Arjuna, the best among those who have taken up this body. So in Sanatana Dharma, the Atma takes up the body. It's not the body which does have an Atma. So Atma takes up the form. Dehi nosmin yadha dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tadha dehantara praptihi dhirastatra na mukhyati. So we'll do two more and then I'll go without you chanting next.
Okay.
39th verse.
अतुलशरभो भीमः समयज्ञो हविर्हरिः सर्वलक्षणलक्षण्यो लक्ष्मीवान् समितिञ्जयः.
Bhima. Bhima is the one who is a terror, the one who is the mighty. So that we see Duryodhana talking about Bhima and Arjuna. Atra Sura Maheshwasa Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi. Then Havir Harihi, the one who takes the oblations, the one who engulfs the oblations, the one who receives the oblations, so that Bhoktaram Yajnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Jnatva Mam Santim Richati. The last verse of the 5th chapter. So I am Bhokta of all these yajnas. I am the Havir Hari. Then Samitinjayaha. Samitinjayaha is such a beautiful word. The one who is victorious in the warfield. And then Sanjaya, in Bhagavad Gita, we see Sanjaya Uvacha, the narrator. Samyak Jayati, the one who has conquered very convincingly. But interestingly, Sanjaya has never fought a war. Then what is that war? That is the war we all face in our day-to-day life. The Arishad Vargas, the 6 enemies that we fight with, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. So these 6 enemies. If we can conquer these, then we have conquered the whole world. Jayosmi, Vyavasoyosmi, as the Vibhuti, Jaya. Then Shri is the Lakshmi, Shriman, Lakshmivan, the one. Shri is the all great virtues, all great qualities, all this Aishwarya, all that is prosperous, all that is auspicious is Shri, the one who is endowed with this Aishwaryasya Samagrasya. So the one, Bhagavan's definition is the one who has this Shri along with all the time and in its full potential. So 40th verse.
इक्षरो रोहितो मार्गो हेतुर्दामोदरः सहः महीधरो महाभागो वेगवानमिताशनः.
Hetu means is the cause of the cause. So it is the Karana of the Karya. And his Karya also, his Karana also, his Karana also. So Karana is the equipment which is needed. Karya is the effect. And Karana is the cause. So is the cause and is the effect and is the process. All these. Saha is ability to tolerate, ability to endure, the great verse. So the teaching in the second chapter, the 14th verse, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhadah agama apayino nityah agama apayinaha anityaha tan titikshasva bharata. So knowing that these come and go, like the waves which come and go. So if you can tolerate the sukha and dukkha, priya and apriya, the likes and dislikes, then you are sahaha, sahaha. So he is the cause of the cause, source of the source, force behind the force, the womb of the womb, life of the life, eye of the eye, and the tolerance and endurance, patience and forbearance, the essence and knowledge of all scriptures. I'll quickly do for 5 to 10 more minutes if I can cover. So Udbhava Kshobhano Deva Sri Garbha Parameshwarah Karanam Karta Vikarta Gahano Gohaha. So I just as briefly mentioned, is the Karanam, and is a Karta. And this is very difficult to understand. Is Guhaha, is Gahanaha. So it's so difficult to understand his action. Karmano hyapi bodhavyam, bodhavyam cha vikarmanah, akarmanascha bodhavyam, gahana karmano gati. It's so difficult to understand the leela and the actions of that divinity which are manifest in this world. So there is something more that we cannot understand. Then Vyavasaya. Vyavasayo Vyavasthana Samsthana Sthana Dodhravaha Parathi Paramaspashtastushta Pushta Subhekshanaha. Vyavasaya. Vyavasaya is the Krishi. Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. So that Sankalpa Bala and that willpower to work, to act, and to act right. That is called Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. That focused action is called Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. I am that Vyavasaya. I am that effort which is put in. And Dhruva, the determination. I am that determination. And I am the contentment. The happiness and the contentment is one of the names of Vishnu. So where do we see Tushta? Santushta Satatam Yogi. Samtushtaha, Samyak Tushtaha, Sampurnena Tushtaha, the one who is completely happy. That one always Santushta Satatam Yogi, Yatatma Drudha Nischayaha, the one who is Dhruva. Mayarpita Mano Buddhihi, Yo Madbhakta Same Priyaha. That bhakta is so dear to me. If you are happy, you are dear to Vishnu. If you are happy, you are Vishnu. And that, so happiness and contentment, that is the whole essence of Bhagavad Gita. That's one of the names of Vishnu in Vishnu Sahasra Naama. Because whole world was not enough to satiate for Alexander the Great. But a small land of 3 feet is enough for a saint to sit and meditate. And whatever the results are, don't live looking for happiness. Live happily looking at the world while working. So Swami Bodhananda says, do not run, do not go after happiness, but go around happily. Go around happily. So that's the message. Then I'll reserve this for next Monday for Rama Pratishtha, which is going to happen in Ayodhya. So this Ramo, Viramo, Virato, and also the last verse also. So Purusha, we have talked about in the 44th verse, Vaikuntha Purusha Pranaha, Pranada Pranava Pruthuhu, Vaikuntha Purusha Prana, Pranada Pranava Pruthuhu, Hiranya Garbhasya Trugno, Vyapto Vayuradhokshajaha. Purusha, we have discussed at length in the previous session. Pranava is another name for Omkara. Why the etymology, if you look at why Pranava, the name, Pranuyate Anena. So Om is the medium and is a means to praise that Lord. And not only that, Om is the home of the God. And Om is Akara, Ukara, Makara. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya is nothing but God. That Sat, Chit, Ananda is Pranava. Then Pranamanti iha vai Vedascha. All Vedas salute him. That's why he's called Pranava. So Pranava Sarva Vedeshu. I am the Pranava in all Vedas, O Arjuna, in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Om Ityekaksharam Brahma, 8th chapter. Om Tatsaditi Nirdeshaha, 17th chapter. Om Pranava, Pranava. Then Rutu Sudarshana Kala Parameshthi Parigraha Ugra Samvatsaro Daksho Vishramo Vishwadakshinaha. So Rutu is the seasons. All these seasons are beautiful. I remember one great lady is talking to one of my friends. So when she visited Washington, D.C., it was winter. So he was saying, oh, if you come in spring, it would be great to see Washington, D.C. No, and then she said, it seems it is so beautiful now too. Every Rutu is beautiful. But among Rutus, the Kusumakara is even more beautiftul. Rutunam Kusumakaraha. Kala, I am the time. Kalosmi loka kshayakrut pravruddhaha. I am the all-engulfing time, O Arjuna, in 11th chapter. Ugra, the terrible. So when looking at this terrible form, Arjuna asks, O Vishnu, Akhyahi meko bhavan ugrarupa. O ugrarupa, who are you? Tell me. Namostute deva varaprasida. And Daksha. Daksha is the one who is dexterous, the one who is skillful in whatever you do. Whatever you do, a housewife, a farmer, an engineer, a computer engineer, whatever you do, if you can show your skill, then that's called dakshyam. So anapekshashu dakshaha. That skillful person in their own vacation is called daksha. That is Vishnu's another name, dakshyam. So that great skill in action is called yoga. Yoga karmasu kausalam. Yoga karmasu kausalam. So I'll just talk about the time. The time is endless, measureless, boundless, but we call it as past, present, and future. We demarcate, and he is the master of all these three, as we talked about. And the Lord is a primordial unit, the first and the foremost. The unit of the time, henceforth, is called second at best. So the unit of time is second, because the first is him. The first is that. Then, Vistarasthavarasthanu pramanam bijamavyayam artho nartho mahakosho mahabhogo mahadana. And I've talked about this avyaya bija, sthanu, pramanam in the past, in one of these sessions. Anirvinna sthavishto bhu dharmayupo mahamaka nakshatra nemir nakshatri kshamaha kshamas samihana. Anirvinna is a great quality to inculcate. Anirvinna is being devoid of grief, being devoid of disappointment, being devoid of depression and dispassion. So depression. Then despondency. So not having these two is called Anirvinna. Like in Sundarakanda, we see Hanuman saying, Anirveda Shriyo Moolam, Anirveda Param Sukham, Anirvedo hi satatam sarvartheshu pravartakaha. So that, Anirvinna. So in fact, in the 6th chapter, we see you have to strive for that. You have to get to that with anirvinna chetasa. So with the mind which is devoid of despondency or grief. Then yajna. Yajno vai Vishnu. We have talked about this when we talked about Vashatkara. And we'll be talking again in another great verse, yajna. So there's so much talked about yajna. So yajno vai Vishnu. Yajna him itself is Vishnu. Because yajna and we are the siblings. We are born along with yajna. And yajna, loka sangraha is called yajna. Whatever we do for world glorification, the betterment of the world, that is called yajna. And that with our full effort, cooperating with others, and not craving for the selfish results. So Jitakrodha, Suhrit. Suhrit is friend of all. Jitakrodha, the one who has conquered the anger. We just talked about in the past. Then Swapana, Swavasho Vyapi, Naikatma, Naikakarmakrit, Vatsaro, Vatsalo, Vatsi, Ratnagarbho, Dhaneshwaraha. So Vatsara and Vatsi and Vatsala. These are compassionate, the one who has given these teachings out of great compassion. He is Sarvavyapi and is Swavashaha. He is in full control of himself. That's why Prahasan Neva, with a smile, he taught all these. Dhaneshwara, what dhana he has got is not only the riches what we see, but the spiritual riches, the jnana, adhyatma vidya vidyanam, and then vidyadhanam sarvadhana pradhanam. That dhana he has given to us, and we all will be dhananjaya if we can adopt even little bit of this. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Thank you so much. So this is an effort to see the joy in Gita and joy in Naama Sahasra, JiGNaSa. Thank you for your attention.